In this tutorial for the MS Word template for graduate research papers at TEDS, I'm going to talk about the table of contents. Just real quick, how to set up the table of contents for your document. So if we go to the template, this is what it looks like when you just open up your template. These things are already listed in the table of contents, but as you add chapter title and some first and second level subheadings, and when you're done with your document, then you're going to want to update the table of contents so that it shows all of your chapter titles and subheadings and so on. All you need to do that is come up to the Reference tab on the ribbon, and in the Table of Contents group, click on Update Table. And just notice I've inserted, what you actually see is without these tabs that I have inserted right here, but I've inserted these tabs to show you that when I hit the Update button, any changes that I make to the table of contents in this gray area, those changes are going to disappear, and whatever changes I've made to the document by adding chapter titles or subheadings, those are going to show up in the table of contents. So I'm just going to click on the Update Table button. I'm going to update the entire table and hit OK. And you'll notice those tabs disappeared and my new chapter titles and subheadings have appeared. So there's just a few more things I need to do to get this in shape for printing. And the first thing is to insert a tab before each of the page numbers. And remember, every time you update the table, these are going to disappear. So I wouldn't even bother with the table of contents until you're ready to print out your document. So first thing, insert a tab before each of the page numbers. The second thing, after abbreviations, or whatever you have before you start the chapters, you want to add a new line and just type in chapter. This is according to the TIU style guide. The next thing you do is make sure that each of your lines have less than 48 characters. So you count these off, and when you get to 48, then you're going to delete that space, and you're going to insert a manual line break. Not a return, but a manual line break, which means you're going to hold down on the Shift key and hit Enter. And you see this is a return for a new paragraph, but this is a manual line break, which means this line is in the same paragraph. It's going to be single spaced, and it's going to have the same formatting as this first line. So you'll want to do that with each of your subheadings too, just to make sure they're all okay. And after you do that, then that's it. Your table of contents is done. The only thing is you may want to have additional, or you may want to only have one level of subheadings, and here I have a first level and a second level. You may not want to have these second level subheadings, or you may want to include a third and a fourth level. If you want to make changes like that, I'm going to show you how to do that in the next